quickly.
So for Valentine's Day, I treated myself to a scone and also talked to the manager and got her number, sent her a video. So for Valentine's Day, I treated myself to a scone.
All right. That's wonderful, Janet. It's always good to have a scone, or if you're in England, a scone.
And the rest of it, the manager was very friendly. So I got her number and texted her a video.
Aw, love it. Yeah, love it, love it. Planting seeds for sure. That's what Mei Ling just said. Wonderful. Okie dokie. All right, everybody, I'm going to mute everyone, and then at the end, we'll do some Q&A. Please put any questions you have in the chat. We do have a chat feature. So on the side, or at the bottom, you'll see a chat feature. You're able to put in any questions you might have. I'll try to check that periodically as we go through today's presentation. All right, everyone have a notepad and a pen are ready to take screenshots. You could say yes or give me a thumbs up. Okay, perfect. All righty. So, Mei Ling, we're not going to cover trade shows or expos today. But what I will quickly, briefly explain to you is that it's better sometimes to go to the trade shows and grab the cards of those who are at the event. So the vendors at the event, that's who you're looking for, the people who are business minded. So just like you would approach anybody else, you might come up and listen to what their product is, see if you think they'd be a fit for 3, grab their card and let them know that you'd like to connect with them about a business later. Okay. All right. Okay. So we are going to dive in. We're jumping onto our team website, friends. So our team website is, you guessed it, ourlegacymakers.com. And it's not O-U-R, it's the letter R, legacymakers.com, just like that. And I wish that OUR was available. I also wish that Legacy Maker was available as a Legacy Maker. We did the best we could with that domain, but this is our training site. Okay. So if you're brand new, you're on it. You're on the Getting Started page. You'll come down and you'll want to familiarize yourself with these first beginning steps. So the first one is, and we already welcomed everybody new on today, but we're going to officially welcome you. This is a welcome letter you most likely have already received in your inbox. Every brand ambassador in our team that onboards into 3 receives this right after their order. So right after their order goes through, you should receive an email with this PDF attached, including your username and password for you to be able to log in to your 3 site. So once you are in and you're a brand ambassador, you have your own website. You are an affiliate or a brand ambassador for 3. And so we have a back office is what we call that, where you get to run, manage, track all your orders, be able to share links, enroll people. It's pretty much everything you need. It's sort of the home base for you being able to run your business and earn additional income and being able to know how to do that. So basically, we've got a couple of things we want you to download on top of that, of being able to access that. And the first one is the 3 International app. We do have an app, and it's called 3 International 2.0. It is free. You're able to download that and use your same username and password. It's usually your first and last name all together, no caps. And your password might be something like, I don't know, healthy123 or something with a capital H. Whatever your sponsor created. If you created your own, then you already have that. So those are the things that you want to download right away. The next is, again, to really bookmark these. So this is your back office, the office.3international.com. You want to bookmark this page, the Our Legacy Makers page, and you want to bookmark the Legacy Makers calendar, so you are always up to date with what's happening. So for example, if you're on today, somebody most likely would have sent you today's onboarding link from the team calendar. Shout is our community link. And so you're able to join our community where we have a few different groups in there. It says in there, Empower, Elevate, Evolve. We have a community where it's a team chat, just constant, like if you have Q&A questions, things like that, you put those in the team chat. We also have a reminders, so a team announcements section in there where it'll announce the next event. You can copy and paste and be able to send that out to all your new people. Or just know what's coming next. We also have a recognition. So for those of you guys who are rank advancing or have team rank advancing, you'll see that being posted in the recognition tab. And yeah, so those are probably the most important ones, making sure that you're a part of those. All right. The most important thing that you do in your back office when you first get started is make sure that SmartShip is set up. SmartShip is like our version of like subscribe and save off Amazon. And the thing is you might already have it set up. That's something you want to check in your back office. It's under the orders tab in your back office. You'll click on recurring SmartShip and make sure that you have 60 to 120 CV orders set to go out every 28 days. It does it automatically every 28 days unless you notate otherwise. But in order to get paid, what we call the active, qualified, and commissionable, you've got to have at least a minimum of 60 CVs. CV stands for customer volume, or PV, personal volume. Same in this scenario for SmartShip. And what that means is that you're a product of the product. So the company's like, oh, that's their rent in their business, right? You know, minimum of a box of Eternal, maybe 2 Vitalite, something like that. You just need to be having a minimum order in order to be qualified to earn commissions in 3, which makes sense, right? Like if you were to go, you know, work at a 9 to 5 job right now and you were a brand ambassador for that, you know, position or whatever, they're going to pay you, but you're also going to need to be understanding using the products and feeling good on them, right? So same thing here, same. Want to make sure that you're active, qualified, and commissionable, and that you're being a product of the product. All right, so that is the welcome. I know I went through that very quickly. It's on the Our Legacy Makers site, so you'll want to orient yourself for success there and make sure that you guys have received the welcome letter A, and B, that you're going to duplicate that forward. So even if you didn't receive that welcome letter, it's super important that you download it somewhere, and when you go bring people on into 3 and into our team, that you send them your own welcome letter. See, the company will send them a welcome letter with just their order receipt. Okay, you want to send them a welcome letter that has their username, password, and this PDF of the welcome letter so they can help orient themselves for success. Okay, SmartShip is what we just talked about. We talked about the 3 app, and we talked about the shout. So see, we knocked out all 4 of those items in one little welcome letter, okay? So that's why I like the welcome letter. It's a CYA move, okay? Cover your booty move, because when you first get somebody in and onboarding into the company, we want to make sure that they have those 4 major things happening: that they receive the welcome letter with their username and password, they know how to access their back office because of it, we have SmartShip set up, they have the 3 app downloaded, and they have our team community app downloaded. So you don't miss a thing. It's very, very important that you stay plugged into the team, because in this business, you're in business for yourself. Of course, you're not by yourself, but it can feel like that. Like, let's say the person that brought you into this, you know, team and into this company lives states away from you. Well, you got to make sure you're plugged into the team so you don't miss anything and you're always up to date with what's coming next. Okay. So very, very important that you get plugged in and that you have your people plugged in. So anybody you bring on board follows the same system. This is the part I'm a really big stickler about because I don't want anyone lost. I don't want any lost sheep, okay? I don't want anybody out there going, I didn't know what to do with 3 and my sponsor brought me on and then never told me what to do. And I don't like that, okay? I don't like to play that game. So I want to make sure everybody has at a minimum this website, that welcome letter, at a minimum the welcome letter, okay? And then everything else it notates down from there. I hope I've made myself very clear on that. Okay, the next is we want you to be able to orient yourself in your back office. This is a back office tour video, although when you log in for the first time, it will prompt you to make sure your information is correct, and then it will guide you a little bit through the back office itself when you log in. The 3 wallet is how you get paid. So if we were to click on this little icon here, it talks about setting up your 3 wallet. I would love for you to get this set up within 24 to 48 hours of starting your account, because you don't want to ever miss a commission, right? You want to make sure that your commissions, even if it's $25, that they are deposited where you want them to go. So you want to register and make sure that you set up your 3 wallet in your back office. Okie doke. So that is that. All right. So next, we are going to talk about product education, which is always a huge topic, right? And we're going to dive into that. And we're also going to dive into a bit of business training. This last tab is the team calendar. So before we dive into the very important aspects of a little bit of product education and business training, I want to make sure that you have this team calendar bookmarked as well. and that you know how it works. Okay, so when you click on here, you see this is just for our team, and it's got local events, it's got online events that happen weekly, it's got the morning huddle call. So every single day, 5 days a week at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, we do a morning huddle where there is a training piece, a topic from an authorized leader, somebody who has had some success in this industry and knows how to train people appropriately, right? So they're giving out the information, the things that are working for them. And sometimes it's just a piece of the puzzle. Sometimes it's a little bit more of the whole puzzle. A lot of times it has a lot to do with how to recruit and how to share this opportunity with others. So this will be a meeting you'll want to jump onto. It is recorded, and that is in our team trainings and recordings on Shout is where those recordings go, and you can access them there. Now, what happens is people look at this and they go, well, there's no information. It just says, it just says that thing, especially on your phone. If you're looking on your mobile device, it does look like that. So what you want to do is, you want to be able to click on it. So let's say you were to click on this meeting, it's going to give you join us and kick off your day. And then it has this right here. And I don't know why the picture's not showing, but normally there's a picture. But if you click on that link, it'll take you straight to the Zoom page, which you guys are already on. And then, here we go. Same thing for, we had this event with Dr. Dan. See, here's a graphic, all right? And it's telling you where that location is at. You could download this from this area of CalendarWhiz, take a picture of it, text it forward to invite people. So you always want to be checking for what the next event is. Same thing here. Every Wednesday we have a Spanish opportunity call with my amazing husband, George Ruiz, who you guys may have heard at the beginning of this call. And you can invite people who speak Spanish every single week onto this Zoom call by sharing that link. And you can also share the graphic as well. Every day is this morning huddle in blue. That's team specific. Anything that is in green is Spark Global specific, which is it's like a bigger community. It's a larger community within the 3 community. And so every Monday they do an opportunity event where they go through, and you would want to invite guests onto that event because they're going to talk about, global entrepreneurship, basically how to get started in 3, what's an overview. It's a global overview. It's a showcase of what 3 offers, okay, every Monday. Every Tuesday, we have what's called Global Empowerment Training. So with our larger group, we do an empowerment training with a leader that's been chosen to share on a topic that helps you build your business. And every Wednesday, we do a Wellness Wednesday that typically we have a health professional being interviewed. So it's more of like the backwards route. It's more of a product first, business second approach, where they learn a lot about the products first and foremost and the science behind them. So if you had, maybe a medical professional, that would be a good call for them to invite them to. And then, of course, every single Thursday, apart from yesterday, 2 days ago when we were in Dallas with Dr. Dan, we do a team opportunity event where you can invite people on. And it's usually myself or my husband who is training on and doing a showcase of all things 3 in our own style with our own slides. So a little bit different. Now, this is good for you, right? So if you're brand new, you're like, gosh, there's so many things I can plug into, right? Yeah, there is. And they're all a little bit unique and a little bit different. And my friends, that is exciting. Okay, because not every person you talk to or that you want to share 3 with has the same goals, agenda, or mindset, or even speaks that same language. Okay, so on Thursday, we have a Spark Asia call. It's in English. There are a lot of Asian speaking people on there that they speak Chinese, they speak Tagalog, they speak all sorts of different languages that they can connect with as well. So we are a global company. There is a little something for everybody. Get in where you fit in. So when you're talking to somebody, know kind of which each event, what it's a little bit about it, and then start inviting people to those events. And then make sure you're on Morning Huddle every day. We are doing onboarding right now. And so every Saturday at 10 a.m., we do a launch the basics and a little bit of the pay plan. Okay, so when you bring a new person on board, and if you're brand new, that's why you're here today. You're getting a brief overview of what we offer in 3 and as a team and how we build, and a little bit about the beginning steps of the pay plan. Okay. All right, so there you are, my friends. That is the team calendar. Wanted to make sure I covered that you knew that you could touch these, click these links, and have the information you need to move forward. All righty. Product education. Now, a lot of you guys, I would say 90% of you come on board because you're like, this product looks awesome, right? Can't wait to put it in my body. I'm so excited about it. I want to be able to share what it's all about with everybody else. I want to be able to really talk well. The person that shared with me about the products was super excited. And so that's why you got excited, right? And that's true. 3 is the global leader in bioavailable wellness products. We discover, develop, and deliver the most effective proactive wellness solutions guided by 3 pillars: exploration, curation, and absorption, right? Well, instead of you guys memorizing everything about the product, instead of you feeling like you have to regurgitate ingredient information, product FAQ information, or even scientific studies, I highly encourage you not to become a scientist in 3. Okay. I highly encourage you to send people to this product overview page whenever possible to educate on the products, or that you utilize the product education tools in your app. So on your app, you have tons of snippets of Dr. Dan explaining the product video, and this page goes on and on. Okay, so it's not lacking anything. It's got some Explore with Dr. Dan videos. It talks about why our products are listed in the PDR, the prescriber's digital reference. Many doctors want to know about that. It has all the studies in here. Okay, it's got videos from Dr. Dan, 2 Wellness Wednesday talks, 2 of our most popular. It has in here the link to the live presentation. It's got the 3 Medicinal Plant Research Institute in Thailand video. It has every single product, its fact sheet, and a clinical dossier attached to it. Okay, it's got everything you need, including additional product resources below. Some people always ask me, well, how do I incorporate these products into my day? Well, that's a great question. This is both on your PDF, and you usually receive a copy when it comes to you. And you can note that it's here as well on the team site. So if you come in here, it talks about the product usage guide. Well, gosh, how many revives should I have in a day? Take 2 soft gels daily as or needed, right? This is like our little Nature's Advil. So you can take up to 6 a day. But I mean, it's important just to see how the products, or how do we use these products, right? So if you're brand new and you're like, I got this huge box of products, how do I use it? Make sure you follow the product usage guide for best practice and best results. We also have our manufacturing certifications, all the clinical dossiers together, the studies, a product's price sheet. If you click in here, it gives you the product price sheet of each individual item. This is oftentimes when I'm onboarding a clinical facility or an office, a medical practice, they use this pricing, and then they help upsell people to becoming a customer on SmartShip, so they subscribe and save right there. Here's the brand ambassador price. So that's nice if you're ever like, well, what do I do? What's the pricing on all of this? So make sure that you check out the Purchasing Made Simple. The family of products is here. This is, a PDF with all of the products together. Of course, you have this on your app as well. It can be texted and emailed there. This health need chart, I feel like a lot of people refer to this a lot. This is not anywhere but on here. Okay. It's in Shout To, but it's on here. So if you're like, gosh, I have a friend who struggles with gut health, what would be the best products for them? Okay, Vitalite, Immune, Purify. I have somebody who struggles with exercise recovery. Revive Vitalite, right? I have somebody who really struggles with energy, right? The Visage System, Vitalite, Eternal, Purify. Really need some help with my brain health and focus. Okay, what would help with that? Vitalite, Eternal, I would even say the Visage Serum. Daily nutritional needs, Vitalite, Eternal. So this is a guide you want to maybe print out, put somewhere, keep on your desktop. That allows you to be able to help coach people to the appropriate products that would make the biggest impact for their need right away. Now, I don't really typically sell individual products. I usually do a big product pack because I try to get as many products in their house as possible so that I know they're being fully supported physically, right? So not all these products, yes, they can be used as a one-off, but they work so much better together, right? It would be like going in for a 50,000-mile checkup on your car and asking to just do the oil change. We want to get as many products in their body as possible so they can have a really incredible experience. That not only are they upgrading to more perfect products, but they're having an overall good feeling happening in their body. These products make sense. They're not extra. They're just the right amount. Okay. For those people who might want to lose some weight with three, I highly recommend that you download the Be Well, Be Free guide. This is something I put together as a personal trainer. Um, you're welcome to customize this. It's just a quick getting started. What are your health goals? What are the products? Okay. And kind of how they break down per day. You know, the premium pack is probably one of my favorite packs. Now it comes with two of everything. I need to update this document, but still the information is the same. When to take the products, best practices, even a meal chart. I used to have a company called MetaDiva where I coached specifically, well, both men and women, but a lot of women through hormonal imbalances and weight loss. And we would track their meals and we would talk about different types of shakes and things they could incorporate to lose weight, doing a reduced caloric restriction for just like, 90 days and then jumping back into everything. So this is how I would do that. If somebody's looking for that, it is there. Alrighty. And then the cellular absorption study. So all of that is there for you. Does anybody feel like they're missing anything as far as product knowledge and where to find it? No? Okay. Now, we have a saying in
I
our
have
team.
a question.
Excuse me?
I had a question. Where did you say the product usage guide was?
It's on your app, it's in your back office, and it's on this product page at the bottom. Right here.
Like,
Product usage guide. Do you guys see my screen?
yes.
Okay, good. I got really
Yeah.
nervous. Okay.
No, I tried to take a snapshot of it, but it was under health needs. Is that the one where it tells you what you need for what?
Oh, you're talking about the health needs. Yes. The
Yeah,
system
that one.
guide? Okay.
Okay.
Here, I'll put that in the chat. That's a good one to have on hand, friends. That's a really good one. Okay. So here is the symptoms guide. Oops, I spelled that wrong because I was going really fast. Just ignore my typo. Okay. All right. So that's where that is found. Okay. Good question, Tony. Thanks for asking.
Adrian?
Yes.
Oh, darn. I have a question.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead.
that was because I was on both. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's
I had
okay.
it on my phone and my
I
computer.
couldn't
Can you
quite
hear me
hear.
now?
Yes, I can.
First of all, I apologize. I'm not on camera, but I wanted to ask about the when you talked about the welcome letter. So a while back when we were having a special, I signed up. Well, so I signed up 4 different brand ambassadors, but they're really more like customers. And I never sent them a welcome letter. And I would really like to do that because I think they need a lot of the information in there. And they're all still, like, for me, prospective business builders. So anyway, I was just going to say, I think I'd like to still send the welcome letter.
Yeah.
And, any thoughts on that?
I highly recommend it.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh,
At least. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I couldn't hear you. Go ahead. Sorry.
okay. Can you hear me now?
I can. Sorry. That was, yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. So I highly recommend that you always send the welcome letter, whether they order one thing from you or, even get their spot. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a standard, it's the team standard for me. It's like non-negotiable. Like everybody gets a welcome letter regardless, because again, I am so busy. I am blowing and going. I know you guys are too. Some of you guys have 9-to-5s and you're building this in the pockets of your life. The last thing you want is for somebody not to know the full opportunity in front of them or how to access it. So I would definitely go back and be like, you know what? Oh my gosh, we have this really great welcome letter. I'd love to share it with you. Thank you so much for purchasing product at one point. Please check out this welcome letter. I think it'd be a great use to you. And the reason I do that too is because my goal is for people to be my brand ambassadors and customers to be autonomous for me in this industry. Not that I'm leaving them alone when I'm coaching them, but I like them to have the ability to be autonomous for me, so that if they were on an island, they could have that welcome letter or be able to access this website, and it would give them everything they need. Okay.
Right.
And so that's the way I like to roll, because after 16 years in this business, nobody did me that favor when I first started. Right. And that would have been so helpful. I was a tired, broke single mom working 2 jobs, doing part-time personal training, traveling on weekends, doing outside sales, and trying to figure out, be a mom, right? So like if you think about the average person you're talking to, they have 5 to 6 plates they're spinning. So if you don't send them something that they can refer back to in case they couldn't reach you, like you're really doing them a disservice, right? So the team standard is always, no matter what, CYA, cover your booty. Make sure they know how to access their back office. They know how to do their own smart ship if they need to. They know how to get paid, right? They've got access to the app. They've got access to this team site. We want everybody to be able to be autonomous from us eventually, right? Even though we're not leaving them alone as far as business coaching. Okay.
That's
So
very helpful. Thank you, Adrienne.
you're so welcome. And thanks for asking that question, because you're right. Some people might be like, oh gosh, do I go back and send it now? It's been 6 months, whatever. Yeah, you do. You do. You go back and send it. The welcome letter I just put in the chat. You'll be able to have access to it there. You can toggle it off. It's a PDF, download it to your device. And then every time you send an email, send it as an attachment. And then in the body of the message, make sure you say, hey, well, thank you so much for partnering with 3. Welcome. Here's your username and password. Please check out the attached PDF for further information. Be in touch. We'll schedule an onboarding call within 5 days. The reason I say 5 days is they usually have their products within 3 to 5 days. So I schedule an onboarding call. And the onboarding call consists of me going through this, like what I'm doing with you, or I invite them to Saturday onboarding. Okay. All right. So that is good. That was a very, very good question, Mei-Ling. Thank you so much. All right, friends, moving on. Everybody okay to move on? Are we good? Okay. All right. This is big. Everyone take a deep breath. We're learning a lot right now, right? It's just learning these, where are things at? All right. Okay, we're gonna dive into business training. So I love this business. I really do. I tried to quit one time. I went back, I got a 9-to-5 job in between companies. It almost killed me. I'm such an entrepreneur. I don't like being told what to do. I like to build my own. If you can't tell that about my personality already, right? I don't like being told what to do. I like to be independent. I like my income. I like to be in control of it. And by that, I mean, I don't always like waiting for a paycheck. Like I like to build like I like to build, like I like to build, because every single person I talk to, can I just tell you, my biggest reason for building fast and furious the way that I do, and what drives me the most, is that I just want people to be happier and healthier. And I know that sounds cliche, and it might be something you want to adopt or not. It's up to you. But that's what we're doing here. We're really helping people be happier and healthier. And I've not strayed from it, because after 16 years in this industry too, like that is what we offer. We offer happiness. We offer health. When I talk, I don't say the word wealth very much, but it's definitely there. But I find that as far as happiness goes, not everybody on this call is going to be excited or even thinking about earning a 6 or 7 figure income. Some of them would just be excited to get their products paid for. Some would just be excited to make an extra couple $100 a week, right? Some would like to just be excited to add extra $500 to their bottom line. Some are like, if I was earning $1,000 a week, I could quit one of my jobs. That's what I mean by happiness. And, I know money is not everything. And I know a lot of people get excited because if you have money, you can actually help a lot more people. And that's really my goal, right? You can be more philanthropic. If you want to give it away, go ahead and give it away. If you want to save it all for yourself, fine. If you want to help a lot of people win, I mean, great, even better, right? So it's whatever your goals are. So as we dive into how to launch your business campaign through our 5-point recruiting system, my first question to you is, why did you say yes to this opportunity? So grab your pen and your piece of paper and jot down at least 3 to 5 reasons why you said yes. So go ahead and do that now. I'll give you a few minutes. Maybe you could just bullet point it too, like better health, lose weight, have more energy, earn additional income, help other people. I'm going to take a drink while you do that. Why are you doing this? Why did you say yes to 3? Now, what you're going to do, just try to find my sticky notepad. You're going to find a Post-it note or a whiteboard or something somewhere in your office, okay? And you're going to put up the reasons why you said yes to 3, where you can see them somewhere on a daily basis, okay? And that's to help keep you going. That's to help keep you motivated. You really want to write down as many reasons why you said yes, because there are going to be days and times, and we're about to go through this system of how to get started. There's going to be days and times where we're like, I don't feel like doing this today. I'm just being honest with you, right? This is not my full time. This is like something I got excited about, right? You're like, we're trying to identify what's going to make this worth your time. So let me ask you this next question as far as goal setting, okay? And you've written down a few things: better health, better wealth, da da da, right? Okay, how much time do you have to dedicate to using the products every day? And you might be like, what is time? Does swallowing pills take time? Right? Does it? I don't know. You tell me. How fast is your lifestyle? Are you the person who's flying out the door in the morning so stressed out, and that's the reason you purchase these products, and then you're going to self-sabotage and not find a way to swallow these pills every day? Let's talk about it. Okay? First and foremost, goal: help you be healthy. You've got to be a product of the product. You don't get paid, A, if you're not, right? And B, you want to be the best example. You want to start with you, right? So every single day, you want to start your day with a sachet of Eternal, a Vitalite packet, 2 Revive. Maybe you wake up to 2 Purify, 1 to 2 Purify, and then you go have your morning coffee. That's what I did today. I started with Purify, had my morning coffee, switched to 2 Revive. I've already had a packet of Eternal. At lunchtime, I'm going to have my Vitalite. All right, I'm going to do it all over again, by the way, towards the end of the day. I'm going to go back to 2 Revive. I'm going to have another sachet of Eternal because I feel like it. I like to do 2 a day. I'm going to do a sachet of collagen because I'm starting my 10-day run. All right. Then I'm going to go to bed with putting Visage skincare on my face. Like, I'm all in, right? And let me just tell you, the product, like, it feels so good. On the days that you miss, you're going to know that you don't feel as good. Okay. So you're going to notice that's your sign. Now, some of you might have a miraculous story on 3. Maybe you guys had severe health challenges and you got on 3 and it changed your life. That's a story worth sharing compliantly. Some of you guys are like, gosh, I don't know. I've always been really healthy. I exercise a lot. I'm not sure I felt like life-changing results on 3, but I like the way I feel when I take them. And when I don't, I feel a little bit more less focused or have lack of energy, or I'm not sleeping as good at night. That story is just as powerful as the person who had knee surgery and took Revive and stopped bruising and swelling and healed quickly, right? I mean, that story is still just as important, because how many people are like you, that they just don't feel good and they just want to feel a little bit better, and the supplements they're taking are subpar. They're not good for them. They're just like, it's like buying, never mind. I'm not going to say that word. It's like putting, premium in a Toyota. That's how it feels, right? You want to feel good. You want to put the right food in for the right fuel, the right nutrients in to get the right amount of fuel, because your body is a machine. So let's agree, you can raise your hand, to be an example of using the products every single day. First and foremost, that's your number 1 job in 3. Okay, that's your first goal and your number 1 job. My second question to you is this: tell me what your money goal is. Like, what would make this worth your time? If you were to put in, I don't know, let's talk about your schedule for a second. Do you guys have an hour a day to dedicate to promoting 3? Do you have an hour a day 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 7 days a week, 3 days a week? What does that look like? Maybe you have more. Maybe you've got more than an hour a day. Okay. But you pick your hour, you pick your what we call PHOP, power hour of purpose. This one time where all distractions go away and you're focused on being able to help get people, help share the story of 3. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to Write down what that hour of time is. Where's your power hour? Your power hour of purpose. Okay. And you're going to put that down somewhere. Maybe you have a calendar in front of you. Maybe you've got your iPhone and you're looking at your calendar right now. I got my iPhone right here. Okay. And on my calendar is blocked out a period of time where I don't take appointments because it's my personal recruiting time. Okay. That's what I'm talking about in that power hour. So maybe you go through and you say, gosh, Tuesday's no good, Monday's no good, and Thursday's no good. But I have Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and you know what? I could probably message a few people on Sunday. So you're going to put in there a reminder, block out when you're going to work. Okay. So you're going to block out when you're going to work, and then you're going to answer this question. I'm still getting to the question, the second question. Okay. And that is, if you were working an hour a day for 3 in your scheduled time, how much money would you want to be earning to make it worth your time? So how valuable is your time? And if you're on here and you're a professional, let's say you're an engineer and you're making, I don't know, 60 to 80 bucks an hour with overtime, or let's say you're a doctor and you're worth, $250 an hour, or you could be somebody who's like, gosh, I'm a stay-at-home mom. My time is valuable because I'm taking it away from the people I love, right? If I go do this power hour of purpose. So if you're that stay-at-home mom, you're going, how much time can I pack into this 1 hour to make it worth my time? And you write down your number. Okay, you write down what you feel that's worth. If you're doing five hours a week and 5 days a week, what do you want the end result to be for those hours per week? So does anybody, and I'm going to take some, does anybody have, if any of you guys answered that question already, do you know what the amount will be? Don't be afraid to share. I know don't be afraid to share. So, okay, does this make sense to you too? Maybe go, okay, when I put an hour of work in 5 days a week, I expect to earn $100 a week, $200 a week. Anybody? Because we're doing an exchange, right?
Hi, Adrian.
Hi, Melissa. Okay.
I don't like silence. So, but I am the stay-at-home mom, you
Yeah.
know? So I recognize with that, and it doesn't, in my head, it doesn't balance out. My time should be worth more than what the time that I put in, I should be having more success. It's like reversed right now. So, there's no actual number, but like anything,
Well,
you
also,
know?
yes, and this is why we're having this discussion. I'm glad that you spoke up about it. Absolutely. Maybe defining that number for you will allow you to be able to be more purposeful within that time, right? And being able to connect with the appropriate amount of people. And you know what? Once you define what your value is in that hour, you won't waste time with people who aren't getting back to you. Things like that.
Right.
You'll be
Mhm.
like, that's why it's called the power hour of purpose, because in that is your most purposeful time. How much can I get done that are daily method of operation, IPAs, income producing activities, not just like sending a few messages and scrolling and things like that, but how much can you get done that takes you from A to Z, right? Sharing the story to enrollment.
Mhm.
And we're going to dive into that. So
And you know what a perfect time for me would be, Adrian, I feel like, is after the mastermind. I get so motivated
yeah.
after the mastermind that if I just said to myself, okay, I'm gonna spend that hour like right after the mastermind. Like I think that like that's because that is the energy that I get from those meetings in the mornings. They really get me motivated.
So Melissa, I think you know when you need to work then. I think you can block that out on your calendar now and say, I'm most excited and most motivated to share the 3 story right after the morning huddle. So your new time, you're going to want to fit that in with the kids are at school, or, even in summertime, you're going to have to find a way to, because that's your most powerful productivity moment, right? So if
Yeah.
that's what it is, if trying to message a few people before your head hits the pillow at night isn't cutting it, then you're probably absolutely right. And I always believe that you need to be intuitive with what you're doing in this business, because it's very intuitive. We're working with people, right? We're not working with robots. We're not working with it, right? Our business rises and falls on our relational marketing. Okay, so how we're out there building relationships. So if that's when you're most motivated, absolutely. All right, thanks, Melissa.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Okay, so now Melissa has identified when her P-hop is going to be, her power hour of purpose, okay? POP, P-H-O-P. I don't know, one of those. And then Janet says 500 a week. Okay, so if she's working 5 hours a day, her time is worth $100 every hour that she works this business. So same thing, you want to ask yourself, are the income producing activities I'm doing bringing me to that number currently? Or what can I do to do that? And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about income producing activities right now. Both really great examples. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Melissa, for sharing that. That's exactly what I was looking for, was some realistic feedback on what that means, right? The amount of time you're putting in. Now, a lot of people, if you've never done this business before, ever, your first time ever, never had like really great success in this industry yet, okay, then consider yourself new and still learning. And there might be something that you're working on. You're still developing a specific set of skills that will take you to that $500 a week. So that's why you're always plugged in and plugging in. Okay. All right. Everybody's learning and earning at the same time. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so we're going to go into a system review. We're going to start by reading and downloading and printing and reviewing the links below with all the necessary PDFs and DMO. Yeah, you didn't know that there was going to be homework here, did you? Okay. Some of you guys, you've never gone through all of these. Maybe you've seen some of them, but you haven't really studied them, right? So you're going to take some time. The first, little bit of time you might take to really diving in and understanding how the 5-point recruiting system works and how it can benefit you most. And the sooner you get through that, the better. I mean, I'm not here to tell you when to make money. You could go faster, right? Some of you, you're like ignorance on fire. You're like, I've already called 5 people. I got my sister's credit card, enrolled my sister. I talked to my husband, enrolled my husband. I've got my, best friend on board already because she's always struggling with joint pain. Like, do I really need to go through all this business steps? But I highly recommend it. Okay. I highly recommend that you do, but don't lose that ignorance on fire where you're just excited and motivated and you're out there sharing with passion and enthusiasm, because passion and enthusiasm win every single time. The excitement, passion, enthusiasm win over information every single time. So just find the time to fit this in. Maybe you do this on a Sunday. Maybe your day off of working is Sunday and you dive into this tomorrow or even later today, when you're like it doesn't take that long. Okay, just FYI. Probably takes an hour max to get through the whole 5-point recruiting system and understand how it works. Okay, you want to get organized, and your first goal here, and just like the person I was talking about, ignorance on fire, they're probably already a qualified brand ambassador. Qualified brand ambassador is somebody who has 2 brand ambassadors enrolled on both their left and right team with a minimum of an intro pack. That is what opens up our entire compensation plan. In our team structure, okay, in just the team structure, not the retail commissions, not the PIBs, in just our team structure, you have the ability to earn up to $27,000 per week. That's about $1.4 million a year. Are you qualified brand ambassador? Because that is what allows you to be able to participate in that team commission structure. So when I first got started, made sure that I took a position, I enrolled my husband underneath me and he took a position, and I enrolled my mom and dad on the other side and they took a position. And I know, guess what? I know that they're always ordering a minimum. They came in with bigger packs and they always order a minimum of 60 CV per month. So my friends, never have to worry about this qualification ever again. Because those people in those 2 top spots for me are people I know, like, and trust, that know, like, and trust me, and know that I'm building a big business, and their orders would never drop off. Right? So think about that when you're first getting started. Do you want to build a big business, Or do you want to start over all the time? Now, this is not my first rodeo. This is not my first binary. I wished I had done this in my first company. I wished I had put people in a position to win in my organization, because I knew I was excited and guns ablazing. I was going to build a big business, but I didn't understand. Don't overlook, in other words, the importance of making sure that you're always QBA, qualified brand ambassador. All right. Now, you don't have to do this. If you're a couple, you don't have to have extra positions or anything like that if you don't want to. All right. But it's just my recommendation that you have at least 2 people in your top spots in your organization that you know, like, and trust and can rely on, so that you never have to go back and redo this qualification. Ask the person that invited you on to draw that out for you, and I'll show you a graphic in a moment. Okay. So when we talk about recruiting, has anybody here ever done any type of recruiting, or you've ever been in sales or marketing, or you've ever been, you know, somebody who just likes to share a good movie or a good restaurant? You could just raise your hand. Okay. Some of us. Okay. So in this business, thank you. Okay. In this business, yes. All right. Mei Ling has. Okay. So in this business, you guys, we are doing the same thing. We're doing it for ourselves, though. Instead of doing it for a different company, or, you know, your 9 to 5, or your boss, or your, you know, uncle's business, here you are the boss. You're it. You're a business owner now. Every order that you order in can be written off. It's a tax write-off. It's a marketing expense. You have to be a product of the product, right? Ask your accountant, but that's what mine does. So when I started this, I was like, oh man, if it's to be, it's up to me. For me to get QBA, qualified brand ambassador, I got to find 2 people now. I don't want to wait 72 hours. I need 2 people within my first 24 to 48. I mean, and that really is pretty much the team standard. Most people come on board when they understand the business opportunity. They've got 2 people within their first 24 to 48 hours to fulfill that qualification. So they move quick because they know that they've started a business, especially if you come on with a big pack. Right? And even if you're like, gosh, I don't even know if I know what I'm doing yet, you know, it's still important to get qualified, right? To open up all the ways that we pay. So you want to start by asking yourself, who do I know? Who do I know that's like me? Who do I know that's better than me? Who do I know that's got large networks of influence? Who do I know that loves health and wellness? Who do I know that can't stop talking when they find something they love? Who do I know that would be okay with making additional income? Who do I know that loves to host events and would have a gathering at their house for me? Who do I know that runs a salon? Who do I know that owns they're a chiropractor, or they own a clinic, a naturopathic clinic? Who do I know? Who do I know? Who do I know? Who do I know? Okay. And so the first thing we need to do is get systemized and organized about that. So if we dive in here, and I know I've only got 10 minutes left, I'm going to show you these materials. You're going to go through them yourself after this call, or in your power hour of purpose. You're going to create a 100 names list. And you're like, oh my gosh, Adrienne, I don't know 100 people. Yes, you do. Look, who do you know? It's prompting you right here. And if you guys are not new and you've now established a new power, you're in a new moment in your business. Okay, Melissa and Janet, you're in a new moment. You are not who you are right now that you were 3 months ago and 3. You're who you are right now with the knowledge that you just gave me. Okay, so you've got to start a new list or add to it from the people that you were working on, because your goal is to find your top 10 board of directors. But have you made a 100 names list? You'll print 2 of these out. You'll ask yourself, who do you know? Okay. Your warm market is anybody you could call right now. It's anybody that you've already got their phone number in this device here, this cell phone. That's your warm market. Anybody else could be somebody online on social media, somebody you're chatting with. Okay. But we want to start with people that you know, like, and trust, that know, like, and trust you, because even if they're not interested in what we're doing, they can send you referrals. Okay. So out of this 100, we're looking for 10 people to say yes to us. 10 people who are like, I want to do what you're doing. 10 people that are just as motivated and driven and passionate about health and wellness and living their best life and being independent of a company or a corporation. Okay. They're an independent contractor. They want to earn their own money. They want to make a secondary source of income. They don't want to be limited to their brick and mortar. They don't want to rely on the government. Okay. Like for anything. Okay. Those are the people that you're looking for. So even if you print this out and you can't think of exactly who yet, I want you to write down the characteristics of the people you're looking for in your top 10 board of directors. Self-motivated, driven, network marketers already, have experience in sales, right? What are some of the things that you're looking for? So you can write those out, and then I want you to fill this out with as many names as possible. If you don't have a list, you won't make it happen. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just telling you the truth. You've got to have a list of names to work off of. And when you write it down, there is just something magical that happens in the universe. So when you write down this board of directors, like who you're looking for, you write down 100 names and you start going through them and we start contacting, that's step 2. You're going to find out that everybody who answers your phone is perfect for your business and opportunity and product. And anybody who doesn't is not right away. And you'll roll them to the bottom of the list. So we call that the perfect game. So you don't have to stress or worry about how to share, what to do. We've got links and tools and all of those things for it. Okay, you just need to focus on how am I going to get through these 100 names as quickly as possible? How am I going to get my top 10 board of directors in my business? It's doing this. It's doing the activity. Forget the how, fill this out and do the activity, okay? So I want to share that. Okay, let me come back up here. So you'll print that out and go through that, and then you're going to develop your story. So sharing your story is important because if I call Becky and I'm like, hey, Becky, I've got a really great product, give me your credit card, that's going to be a little weird for her, right? So I want to be able to have something to share. So it's always, this helps you develop your story, where you were before, 3, what happened when you joined or why you got started. This is what you wrote at the beginning, why you got started, okay? And where you see yourself going is the most important piece of information. So it's before I found 3, I was working long hours, feeling exhausted and barely making ends meet. When I started using Vitality, or you could say all the 3 products, my energy levels transformed and I discovered a business that could replace my income within a year. Now I'm building a life where I can work from anywhere. I'm calling you because I value your opinion. I'm calling you because you're one of my best friends and I want to be in business with you. I'm calling you because I know you could use these products too. Right? So once you have a version of this 30-second story, your story, and this could be very well where some of you guys who've been in for a while are going wrong. You're talking too much about the product, not enough about your personal experience, or you're talking too much about the business and not enough about your personal experience and why you said yes. Okay, so this should be 30 seconds. Hey Barb, it's Adrienne. How are you? How's your family? Good, good, good. Listen, I'm calling you for a reason, right? You could say that too, but first and foremost, how's work going? Oh my gosh, Adrienne, there were 1,700 layoffs last week. I keep thinking, I don't have any job security. It could be me next. Listen, that's why I'm calling you. I found something where I think you and I together could build a really great organization, and it's all based around proactive wellness and health and helping people be happier and healthier all over the globe. Would you be open to taking a look? Right? So those are ways. So you're gonna flip-flop through this story about a million different times for a million different people, and you're gonna have a couple different versions. You might have a product version, you might have a why you said yes to the business version, okay? But that's very important that you get that established. And for those of you guys who've been in for a while, write a new story. Write a new story with different verbiage, different words. Make it different for you. Be a new person in this moment. Get excited again. Okay, run it through ChatGPT and have ChatGPT, say, rewrite this and make it more exciting, or rewrite this and make it more passionate, rewrite this and make it more enticing to want to know more, rewrite this and make it more curious, and then put that in front of you, put it to memory, look in the mirror. Remember, the first person you sell yourself on every day is who? You. You put the products in your body. You look in the mirror. I'm an incredible, beautiful person sharing what I love. Every day I'm blessed, right? Because you're out there sharing what you love. So you can see I'm getting passionate about this. Okay, step 2, since I spend too much time on all of this, connecting and inviting. You guys heard me just do a little connecting and inviting here, but there's a script for pretty much anything, friends. Okay, so here's quick talking points. When did 3 get started? We launched in May 2023. In 18 months, we did over 100 million accumulated. We're in 14 countries. That's supposed to say 14. We're the fastest growing team in 3. Did you know that? Did you know you're on the fastest growing team in 3? Yeah, you. Okay. Start sharing that with people. I'm on the fastest growing team in 3. What's 3? right? Oh my gosh, I'd love to send you some more information. When can we chat? So there's a script for everybody on there. There's a script for inviting people to one of the weekly Zooms. There's a script for just basic connecting. There's a script for seizing the day. There's a script for everybody. It's called Scripts for Life. If you're online chatting with people, what do you do? Tell me more about yourself. It teaches you how to ask the right questions. There's a magic in asking the right questions to help get you where you want to go. Okay. This is our daily method of operation. So when we dive into operations, it talks about connecting, presenting, and following up. You want to print these out. You want to do 3 connects a day, 3 presentations a day, and 3 follow-ups, specifically within your power hour of purpose. So this is a sheet you want to pull out. You've got your names list that you're tracking, and this is another tracking. So what you are tracking expands. What you are not tracking dies. You forget about it. You lose interest. You lose focus. What you are tracking expands. There's energy into it. So you've got to be tracking with both your names list and a tracking form. Now, I know other people call 50 people a week. They just want to get through their 10 as fast as possible. The numbers are this. For every 10 people you talk to, like full on presentation, like fully share the story of 3, get them to take a look at something and follow up. That's a full process, what you see here, daily method of operation. One prospect goes through these 3 things, and it could take 5 to 7 touches to do it based on their schedule and how busy they are. But for every 10 people you talk to, 1 will enroll, or 2 if you've got a good batting average, or 3 if you've been doing this for a long time. Okay, so consider the numbers, they don't lie. That's why we have you make a 100s names list, because we know at a minimum that'll bring you to your 10. And I sat in a room in a board of people who had all earned millions and millions of dollars in this industry. And I asked every single one of them, I said, raise your hand if you actually made a list of 100 names and called every single one and asked them to take a look at your opportunity. And every single one of them raised their hand. And then one person didn't. And I was like, well, who did you call? And she said, honestly, I don't think I work as hard as the rest of you. I only called 75, but out of the 75, 5 people have brought me over $8 million in my business. Because I called the right people. I wasn't afraid to call people who understood business. Right? Who you call matters. Who you call matters. Maybe you need to up-level the quality of people that you're talking to. If they can't afford product, unfortunately, they could share, but if they can't afford product right away, they might have to come back to when they do have a job to do so, or they have a credit card or something they can put it on, and then they hustle with us. They run hard, okay? I definitely want you to run smart, not hard, because I can tell you right now, this is network marketing. So yes, there's work involved, but it's a lot of fun. So when you're talking to people, everybody's different. And it's all just exciting. And I mean, honestly, that's what keeps me going, is every single person I talk to, it's like, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, right? And so I love that. I love people. I like money, but I love people more. So I love connecting. I love presenting. I love following up. Hey, what did you like the most about what you saw? Do you feel like you have enough information to get started today? What, if anything, is holding you back from joining 3? Right? Those are the kind of questions I start to ask people. And some of you guys are like, gosh, I've called everybody on my list and nobody has said yes yet. I'm like, did you actually talk to them? Did you share your story? Did you talk about what our company offers? Have they seen a full presentation forward to back, top to bottom? Or did you just send them a Dr. Dan video? Because that would be considered one touch, not a real connection. So there's a huge distinction when we go into this, how to really connect with people. And all of the scripts and the recruiting scripts are in there. And you want to adopt some of those and make them your own. The last thing I want is for you to sound scripted. If you do at the beginning, that's fine. But as you start practicing, you're going to adopt your own story, your own script, the things that make sense to you, that get people fired up and excited. And you want to be in your authenticity doing it. Okay. Who you are now is the same person you want to be online, in the grocery store, at the Starbucks line. Okay, you want to be that same person who just loves people and has something that can help them and that you would love for them to take a look. Roadmap to 3-star. This is all of the tracking forms our entire team has. This is your names list. Here's the daily method of operation. This is for somebody who wants to enroll 5 people instead of just a couple. Okay, this is a daily practice. This is one where I know if you ask 30 people to take a look at our opportunity, that 15 will say yes and 5 people will enroll. That's another really fun tracking form to try. If you've not tried that one yet, go for it. The roadmap to 3-star takes you from 0 to the promised land. There is a rank in our company called 3-star. My goal is to have the brand new person to 3-star within 30 days or less. Because 3-star is where you lay a foundation for a 6- and 7-figure income. It's the start of that. It's really easy. If you brought on 6 people with a pro collection, you would have it. Boom. Right? If you brought on 12 people with a builder, you'd have it. Boom. Okay? If you brought on 18 people with a premium, you'd have it. Boom. Do you see me just running the numbers? Da, 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 da. Okay? But how many people do you have to talk to get those orders? Honestly, I talked to Shannon over the weekend. She's enrolled 50 people in 2 months, 50 people in 2 months. Her secret, she just calls people and says, hey, I started this new company. I really would love for you to order the products. Well, Shannon, what is this? So she kind of shocks them. Boom, right? Shannon, what is this? Then she shares her story. Listen, after all my years of being in network marketing, I've never found a product line that's more powerful and backed by science. I've never seen a compensation plan that pays out more. Do you trust me? Well, of course, Shannon, I trust you. Okay, give me your credit card. Let's get your position. Let's get you ordered. Let's get some products in your home. She has enrolled 50 people saying that. 50. That is in her authenticity to do that. She has no holds bar. She's not afraid to take the order. She's not afraid to take the money or the credit card, get them a position and get them going and plugging them into the system. She knows the system works when she works it. So she's not saying a lot. She's just sharing enough. She's not trying to be a product expert. She's not trying to be a doctor, right? She's not trying to, post a million times on Facebook. She's simply calling people and saying, hey, I started this new company. They have incredible products. I'd love for you to order them. Order what? You haven't even told me anything about it. She's like, I know. Do you want to know more? Yeah? Okay. This is how I feel on these products. She tells her story, 30-second story. This is what I'm doing. I'm building a massive business in 3. When did you make this decision, Shannon? Honestly, I'm just looking at the economy and I'm thinking we all might need a secondary source of income. I think this might be the way to do that. I think you and I together could earn a fortune. She has enrolled 50 people with those simple lines. She's not waiting to be a social media rock star. I mean, I hope that is impressive. It impressed me because we have a lot of content and material and things you could get bogged down in. And I don't want you to get bogged down in it. I know we're going through it, but I don't want you to get bogged down in it. You have every tool you need to be successful. Okay. Don't be a fool. Use the tools, but get out there and speak with passion and share with people. This is the roadmap on how to get to 3-star and 3-star elite. I'm not making any money. I don't know how to make any money. How do I tell, if somebody comes in and they say they want to make $2,000, how do I get them there? You follow this fast track with the business packs and the premium pack. You're following the top 5 things that you need in order to be successful in our business. Okay. I'm going to quickly go back to, oops, my bad, right here. Okay, so you have everything on this site, right? Presenting tools. How do I present? What do I share? Live presentations, pre-recorded presentations, personal virtual showcases, booking one-on-ones, tools from your app, right? That's what to share. Okay, how do I book a personal Zoom with George or Adrian if I need help? Right here. Where are the links to online presentations? Right here, here's the team calendar, how to invite them onto something live. By the way, if you click on these, either one of these, it takes you straight there. This is anything Spark takes you right there. Anything team related takes you right there. If you click on that, the picture, okay? You come back, follow-up call guide. Here's who here is doing appropriate follow-up. Are you doing it right? Have you read this? Do you know how to edify your leader? Do you know how to edify a third party? Are you doing it right? Are you talking too much and not letting the person come on and do what you are setting them up to do, which is to be the expert for the other person? It's like trying to recruit your sister. My sister's like, yeah, this is great. I mean, I'd love to order some products, but no, I'm not doing the business with you. Rachel, I have a friend. Her name is Kimberly. She's building this too. I'd love for you to connect with her and meet her. She's an absolute networking, goddess. She's phenomenal at this. And I gather that if you talk to her, you might learn some things from her that you wouldn't learn from me. Is it okay if I put you online with an expert or on the phone with an expert? When I brought Kimberly on, I would follow this guide to a T. I would introduce her like she is the best person, the next best thing since sliced bread, and I would shut my mouth and zip it. I don't interfere. I don't interject the process. I don't even interject to say, oh, by the way, there's this link. I do not interfere. I let Kimberly do her work as the expert, because as soon as I interfere, she's no longer the expert. Okay. So you want to follow this guide. Are you doing three-way calling appropriately, or are you sabotaging your own success, right? Get into that document. Closing scripts. How many of you guys actually know what to say to close somebody? See, this strips people up. They're like, oh my gosh, I got to know everything about the products when I call that person back, or else they're not going to enroll. No, not true. What did you like the most? What are your goals at the moment? What are you currently doing to reach that goal? What are you struggling with the most? Coming up with the money? Okay, let's talk about that, right? Do you feel that you have enough information to get started now? What, if anything, would you want more information on? And then as soon as they say, I'm done, here's a products close if they're interested in the products, because you're trying to identify are they a product, business, or both, right? Oh, I thought I did update this document. I don't know why that still says that. Anyway, so you come in here and it gives you an idea. I updated this document, but it's not reflecting, and I will do that. So know these top 5 questions when you're following up, and make sure you're doing a three-way call. Okay, overcoming objections. This is where you guys stop. Somebody tells you no, and you say, none of my friends like me anymore. I'm a part of the NFL, the No Friends Left Club. If I were to go make a new names list right now, nobody's going to take my call. And you start freaking out and you go into panic mode, and then you stop building your business for like a month, and then you have to start over again. Am I speaking to anybody today? Right? Okay. Don't be that girl or guy. Stay in the activity. Remember I said your success is predicated upon your daily activity. Right? You have to follow up. It's not a feel-good activity all the time because you're nervous and scared and the phone feels 500 pounds, but you have to follow up. You have to find out what they like and what they don't like. And when they start giving you objections for, gosh, Adrienne, let me see, network marketing, isn't that about bringing products and services direct to the consumer? Isn't that illegal? No. Is that a pyramid scheme? Are you doing a pyramid? Are you a bank robber? Are you doing that? Right? You want to be able to know how to answer people who are skeptical. Okay? You want to be able to go, listen, why did you have a bad experience in network marketing? Oh my gosh, this one time my uncle was in Amway and they called it Quick Start. It was so confusing. And next thing I knew, I was in a pyramid scheme. And I'm like, you were, or your uncle was, right? Like, tell me more, I want to know the story. So you can't give up when they have objections, right? Here, what's another one? I've had bad experiences. I don't have the time, right? We all are on a specific set of hours of time. We all get the same hours in a day. I've talked to some of the top CEOs in the world, tons of money, miserable, but they don't have time. Well, then make time. Maybe you've got 1 hour in your power hour of purpose in a whole week. Maximize that hour of time and have appropriate expectations for earning income here, right? How much extra time do you currently have in a week? We already got through that together, right? I don't have the money to get started. If I could teach you a simple way to make the money back with our bonuses during your first month, would you be interested? Oh, well, now you're talking. So you're saying if I put this pack on a credit card, you're going to teach me some things and help me be able to get that money back? Yeah, I'm really big on ROI. I could definitely show you the system to do that. We could work together. Okay, so you've got to get through some of these overcoming objections. All right, almost done, friends. Okay, enrollment form. We have a team enrollment form that literally tells you what to say to take the order. So once they're overcome that, yeah, all right, you feel like you've got, now that we got through that and we've established a time that you're going to work, and you know that I'm going to help you make your money back. Okay, this is the goal. You're going to put in what, if you put 100% in, I put 100% in. Okay, so you tell me, are you ready to get started? Yes. Okay, great. So I'm going to pre-fill out any information I already have. I've already got their name. I've already got their phone number. I probably already have their email. That's how you know you have a real contact, by the way. If you don't have those things, you don't have a real contact. You have an acquaintance. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to ask them, what's your birthday? Great. Where do you want your product shipped to? What address do you want them sent to? All right. What's your credit card? Okay. And then which pack do you want to do again? Oh, okay. I guess I'm going to do the premium. All right. Let's go. Let's do it. Okay. Product ships within 3 to 9 days. The company will send you a welcome letter to your email, and I will send you a team welcome letter as well with your username and password information. SmartShip has been set up to save you 10% and can be changed at any time. Please text me when your products arrive and we will schedule an onboarding call. Thank them for their order and get off the phone. No, I don't spend hours of time on the phone enrolling people. I have 10 to 15 of these printed out every single week that I put people's names on. I anticipate taking the order. I assume I will when I do follow-up calls. If I don't, that's fine. Next. Some will, some won't. Next. Okay. But I always have these filled out in front of me. I've got 3 here. Okay. Following up. So the fortune is in the follow-up, my friends. Got to be able to take the order. Okay. And then what? We send them a welcome letter. We invite them to onboarding, and here's the team calendar. That is it. That is it. Okay. There's additional recruiting scripts at your need. If you want to, how to do a virtual launch, if you want to throw an online event or in-person event, there's, things on how to do that as well. So that is it. That's the 5-point recruiting system. There's nothing more to learn outside of that. Just FYI, you just get better and better and better at it as you hone your craft. It's a skill set that you must learn. You can't get around it. You can't go from 0 to 500 a week without mastering these basics. You got to master these basics, as Malcolm Gladwell would say, right? What defines an expert? Somebody who does the basics over and over and over again until they see results. Okay. So not to be confused with the definition of insanity. Just doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This one is you actually doing the work. And I know that these steps will take you to the promised land. I know these steps can take you to the income that you're seeking. I know that doing these steps diligently on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, will take you to where you want to go. All right. So last but not least, I'm going to bring this up and just share this in this format. Let me get rid of this guy. Okay. And show you this. Let me see. I'm going to have to stop share and start over. Just one second. Stop share, start over. Okay. And let me get in here, share one more time. All right. This is what I want to leave you guys with. Oh, here's Dr. Dan's presentation. Hold on just one second from last week where we had a little snafu. Where's my time? Aha, time to show up. Okay. So this presentation, can you guys see this okay? Okay. This presentation is about you. Because who's the most important part of this business? You. You are. Oops, let me come back to the beginning. Okay, so here's how you show up. All right, this is how this works. This is how you bring all of this home, my friends. This is how we wrap this up. It's all on you. Okay, but you're not alone in this business, but it does depend on you waking up every day and saying, I'm going to put some of these 3 products in my body so I can feel better. I'm going to share them with other people, because you truly are your greatest asset and the only guaranteed one, right? I can't build Janet's business for her. I can't build Melissa's business for her. I can help her, but I can't do it for her, right? I can't do it for Debbie or Tony or Kimberly or Tiffany or Mei Ling, right? So you've got to decide, how am I going to show up for yourself, for your family, in your business, in your relationships? Are you going to create a legacy? What do you want to do? What do you want to do with this? So let's talk a little bit about showing up daily. Wake up. 10 minutes of personal development. If you're brand new in this industry, you've never done this industry before, read Eric Worre's Go Pro. It's like the shortest, quickest. It's like the, what's the word I'm looking for? Not quick notes, Cliff Notes. It's like the Cliff Notes of network marketing. Okay. So of the skill sets that you need to have, of what's in our 5-point recruiting system. Maybe wake up to some of that, or do a chakra meditation, or do your daily devotional. 10 minutes. Okay, this is tips for success. You don't have to do them, but if I was into advice giving, it would be this. Move your body for 30 minutes. Okay, I'm about to do an hour Pilates session in my front room of my house. Prove to yourself you want to be healthy. Here's your P-hop FOP power hour purpose. Okay, 1 hour, 3x3x3 DMO. Make sure you've got your names list ready to go. Make sure you've got your enrollment forms out. You're taking the orders today. You're connecting, presenting, and following up. Every day, connect, present, follow up. Every day, connect, present, follow up. Every day, connect, present, follow up. You got all the tools to do it. You got all the verbiage. You got all the words. All you got to do is do it. Okay. You're going to teach duplication. I'm going to show you that in a second, which is basically what we went through. It's a 5 steps. You're going to attend online, live, local, and corporate events. How many of you guys are already registered for convention come June? Yoo-hoo! All right, listen. You got to show up. When I first started my first company, again, the broke single mom story, okay? And I had to find a nanny to watch my twins while I went away for 3 days to Vegas, and I had only been really actually thinking about doing the business for 4 days. So it was quite a last minute decision. I ended up going, I brought 4 people with me. Next thing I know, in 6 weeks, I'm making over $6,000 per month. What are you willing to do? You got to show up. You got to get to that next big event. If it's in your local area, if it's a Dr. Dan on the road, if it's Kim Wee coming to your town, and definitely convention, because that is our once a year. It's once a year, one time a year that we say, hey, come in, fly in, invest in your business, invest in your learning. We're going to give you the A to Z on building your business and the products. You're going to feel so much more confident after you go. And for every person that you come with, that's worth $1,000 to you. So you ask yourself, how did Adrienne go from 0 to 6,000? I brought 4 people with me. There's 4, right? I was helping people win. I was setting people up. I was positioning others to win, including myself. All right. And then we're going to repeat the process. So, all right, wake up to show up. I want to ask you this. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? This should be a part of your daily devotional. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? It's a wake-up call. It's actually a scientific grounding practice that helps you ground yourself into every day so you can create maximum focus for when you go step into that power hour or you step through the rest of your day. So you wake up every morning. Who am I? Adrienne Ruiz, right? Where am I? I'm in Austin, Texas. What am I doing? Gosh, today, okay, what am I doing today? Yeah, okay, I got an hour Pilates. I'm going to do onboarding at this time. I got a call at noon, got to be done by then. And I've got a power hour. I've got 8 people to follow up with and 3 people to enroll. What am I doing? A lot. If you can't answer that question, my friend, you're not doing anything. What am I doing? And yes, you can put family things in there. I'm going to dinner with my spouse. I'm doing this. What are you doing today? Right? Okay. You want to meditate and visualize the day's best outcome. Detach from any negativity. If your day you woke up and your kids were screaming and everyone's panicking to get out the door on time and all these kind of things, you're just catching yourself in a wheel of unsuccessful, very unorganized emotional load. Don't engage. Don't engage in that. Detach from any negativity and focus on only what you're willing to expand in your experience. You will break patterns. You will break habits that don't serve you. Okay? Detach from negativity and focus only on that which you're willing to expand in your experience. It's not just focus. We say, oh, you got to focus. You got to focus. Yeah, that's true. But it's what you actually focus on, you create. So if you dive into the negativity, you get more negativity, right? If you dive into the drama, you get more drama. If you dive into the positivity, you get more positivity. You dive into the gratitude, you get more gratitude. You are what you create, okay? So you want to practice radical honesty with yourself. That's how you do it. Move your body. Here's the daily method. I'm not going to ever leave this. If you want to call 50 people per week like Shannon and enroll 50 people in your first 2 months, you could do that too. I'm not going to tell you how fast you go. You decide. Here's what I'm talking about. You want to get active. So for those of you who are brand new, you're already active. Okay, you ordered a pack. You ordered something. You ordered at least a minimum of 100 CV. All right. Now your goal is to get qualified. U plus 2. You need 2 people. And as you can see in this example up here, you need 1 person on your left, Bob, 1 person on your right, Sue. You need to activate your business center and get qualified. So you want to check mark those. The second one is you want to do the power of 3. After you're done enrolling the 2, 1 left and 1 right, you want to enroll 1 more. We're 1/3, 2/3 split binary. Just trust me on this. You need to enroll 3 as quickly as possible. 2, then 1, 2, then 1. Okay. And then we need to go 3-star. So you would do this, what we call power of 3. You would do it 3 times. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9 with premium packs at a minimum. 3, 6, 9. You're going to make, if you do that, you'll make $1,200, not even including PIBs. How many of you guys want money? You'd be okay with making it. Okay, do it again. If you've never done a power of 3 right now, you need to do power of 3 and you need to then do it 3 times. Put your oxygen mask on first. I'm enrolling 3. And then I'm going to help those 3 enroll 3, or I'm going to do this again. I'm going to enroll 3, 3, 3. 1/3, 2/3 split. Left, right, right. Right, left, left. Left, right, right. The numbers will show you. The dial in your back office will tell you how to hit that and achieve that rank. And then you want to repeat and teach it. One last thing, and then we will go. I know I'm over an hour. It says an hour, but usually this call ends up being about an hour and a half. Okay, so bear with me. We're almost done. Take a deep breath. If this has been like a fire hose of information, don't worry, this is recorded. Okay, you can watch it over and over again, or you can start by logging into your site. Okay, log in. All right, so we have some promotions going right now for Valentine's. You have this enroll customer link. If I was just to put like QR codes out or make business cards or go to a trade show and I wanted to pass out cards, I would only put this link on there, the customer link. Okay, this is your back office. This is what it looks like. Your My Business tab, it's going to show your visual tree. Here she goes. Her team's building. She's got her 2. She's going for 1 more. Okay, it shows what she's got going on, her volume, all that good stuff, right? It's going to show her team info, who's enrolled, what's doing what. She can come over here. This is the dial I'm talking about, your rank advancement. All right, this is just a fancy name for the amount of money you're earning. So that's why we like you to rank advance. 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 6-star, 7-star, right? Write this down. Let's just say for a goal. Now, because we're a binary, honestly, you just with 2 people, you could be a millionaire, but let's just for the sake of this, okay? You're always 2 people away from becoming a millionaire in this comp plan. However, you want to keep building and you want to always be recruiting. ABC, ABR, I guess, always be recruiting, and ABC, always be closing. But when we look at this, it's just giving you a guide. So at 3-star pro, 3-star pro is $50,000 a year. At 3-star elite is $100,000 a year. It's your 6-figure income. But you can't pass go without achieving these first steps, right? So let's just say we go to 3-star here. You can see she's 66% away. She still needs what? The volume. This is really the only time where it matters where all this is coming from. So you want to have 3,600 PGV stands for personal group volume. I'm not going to go too deep into this. I'm just letting you know it's going to give you the steps to get there. So what has she already done? She's become active. She's qualified. She's in good standing because she has 1 brand ambassador on the left and 1 brand ambassador on the right. Now she's working on accruing that volume to build deep for dough. Okay, so she's working on all of that. If you have been a 3-star and you dropped off, it's time to start recruiting again. I always say, Rita, recruiting is the answer. Rita, R-I-T-A. Recruiting is the answer. Okay, so you want to get back to the 5-step duplication process so you can recruit. Orders are here. Recommended carts are custom carts you can create with links. Recurring SmartShip. Does she have SmartShip set up? Yes, she does. Yes, she does at 70 PV. So it's more than the standing thing. Okay. And then we come into profiles. Placement is going to be important. How do I enroll people left and right? Well, you've got to toggle this off in the beginning. Okay, see how it says placement preferences updated? The next person she enrolls and she comes down to My Business and she comes enroll brand ambassador and it takes her to the enrollment form page. That person's going on her right side. Oh, well, what if she needs them on the left? Oh, we got to go back to placement, settings, placement. We got to do bottom left. Okay, now I'm going to go enroll them. My Business, enroll brand ambassador. Next steps, that person's going on the left, right? Okay, now we go back. We go back, we toggle that off. Okay. Now what we're going to do, now we have our left and right. I'm going to go to placement. I'm going to put lesser leg volume, the leg with the least volume, so that it doesn't matter anymore. All I have to do is go back and enroll people, and the computer's going to put them where I need to go. It's just that first time. Okay. All right, you got messages and you got events. So this is the most important one right now, is how to get registered for Salt Lake City. Unless you plan to go to Hong Kong in March, you're welcome to, but you would click here to register. And you would say planning journey. Yes, I'm getting ready to go. Here's my USD 179. It's going to put it in your order cart and you're going to check out. Okay. So that is that. All right, my friends, I hope those things stuck into your head today. I hope that you gathered a lot of information. This is the most fire hosey call we have, where it's like, boom, you're in 3. Ah, right? Okay. So just know that we get that. And the person who invited you on here wanted you to have an overview. And now it's up to you to show up. Okay. Any questions about anything at all? I'm going to escape, stop recording. Customer link only on your biz card. Yeah, I do that. The reason I do that is if I'm out and about, even when I do stories on my Facebook and Instagram, I put the customer link, because I know that I'm not having a conversation, or I'm not having enough time to do a full presentation. So even if they became a customer, I would go and pull my customer reports once a week, and I'd go back and go, who do I need to call and help convert to a business builder? So that's why I do the customer order. Plus, it's such a less confusing page, right? So they just click on it and every single product is there. If they click on the product, that's like a sales funnel on every product, explaining the benefit to the human body and what it costs and how they can get started. So let that tool do the work for you. Okay, any other questions?
Adrian, I'd like to make a comment. We have Debbie on this morning, brand new brand ambassador.
Hey, Debbie, welcome. Oh, that's wonderful. Yay, Debbie. Any questions for me, Debbie? So, yeah, Tiffany and Debbie are new. So any questions from you guys would be awesome if you haven't like walked away from your, I'm just kidding. You're like, gosh, I'm glad this is recorded. Yes. Anything else? All right.
I appreciate all the detail.
Yeah.
You clarify a lot of things. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Tony. I think sometimes too, because there's some leaders who know where this stuff is and some that still don't. We're still such a new company. We're all still really getting into this flow of having a system that works, right? So, you know, some of us, like, we never got a welcome letter, like I said, you know, and you're like, well, definitely I'm going to start sharing that and doing that with others. Even before, like, Stephanie, who's brand new in my business, I met her at on the beach in Mexico. Okay. And she lives in North Carolina. She onboarded with a Power Up pack and Founders when we had it. And she came on board. She already has her 2, but even those 2 people, she's like, now what am I sending? What's up? I'm like, you remember that welcome letter I sent you in the beginning? Yeah. I need you to forward that, edit the information that's in there for it to be theirs and forward that to them. Really? Yes. But doesn't the company send a welcome letter? Yes, but so do we, right? So I'm teaching her right even before she even fully understands the basics, because eventually my goal for every single one of you is to build such a massive team and massive organization that you don't have to think about these things. They're just already known. Okay. Yeah. Because as soon as you get rocking and rolling, this business is like pushing a rock up a hill. It's tough. And then once you get it over the hill, it's like a faucet of money got turned on and you're like, you get paid every single week and you're like, this is amazing. So, and it's residual. It's income that's coming to you for the work that you did prior, right? So doing the work prior appropriately and right, and really learning those skill sets and mastering those skill sets through activity, not through just reading, but through the doing. And you guys will all be 6- and 7-figure income earners. And I want more 6- and 7-figure income earners in this company than any other company I've been in previously. That's my goal. And so that's why we have this system set in place, these skills, this 5-point recruiting system, because this is repetition creates retention. Okay. All right, my friends, any other questions? Oh, Tiffany liked it. Yay, Tiffany. I was like,
She's trying to unmute.
oh, okay. It's okay. Sometimes that happens. Yeah. If you click on the bottom, there's like a little microphone and you can unmute. But if you can't too, it's okay. I know Kimberly really well. We work a lot together. So if we could do a one-on-one call as well if you like.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Let's
know,
do
right?
it. When? What time? You tell us, Adrian.
Oh, well, you have my calendar. Everybody has access to the calendar on the
All
5
right,
recruiting
cool.
system. So you tell me, I'll see it on my calendar. I kind of have to live and breathe off of what's scheduled on the calendar so that I can like, still have family time and be in my power hours of purpose as well. So if it's on the calendar, it exists in my world. If it's not, it oftentimes doesn't exist in my world. Okay. So that's the best way to get a hold of me and George.
Perfect. Perfect.
So,
Phenomenal training. Adrian, you're always like a firecracker on these calls. It's just so amazing. This is our power hour right after you today.
oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that helps. Yeah, I'm really glad. Yeah, and Melissa, I will say this. I want to give one more suggestion since we're not recording. If you're most excited at the time after the morning huddle, invite your team to work with you online at the same time. So like gather, I know you have a few people in your organization. Say, can you meet me at this time right after the call, the huddle, and you guys all work together. Go through the 5-point recruiting system together, right? Work your names list together. Like when you're on there, be like, what are you gonna voice message to Judy, right? When am I gonna call Sue? Right? Like work together on those. Do your own P-hop, your power hour of purpose, and don't do it alone because you guys will all have a really great time working together. And it's so much more fun. It really is, instead of like being in your alone scared to tackle being alone scared to tackle your list because people told you no before or something, right? So it's so much more fun. And then you guys can hear one another working. I can't tell you how impressive that is to be able to hear somebody actually working. And maybe that's a call we need, huh, Kimberly? Like once a week where people can jump on and just hear how other people are
I
working.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. We used to do that before, and it's really powerful. And we just sit there all on the Zoom and just make our phone calls and have some results.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll consider putting that in there, maybe on the opposite days of onboarding or something. So, all right, my friends, I have taken enough of your time today. We've been on for an hour and a half. I'm glad this was helpful and you found it valuable. We're here for you. You're not alone, right? You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Check in, show up, stay plugged in on the days that you feel like, oh my gosh, this isn't working, or I feel like quitting. I want to see your face somewhere on a meeting somewhere. Okay. I want to see you show up because if you're plugged in, you're receiving energy. If you're not plugged in, it's just like the light. It doesn't work if you don't plug it in, right? So stay plugged in, get your people plugged in, and get on my calendar if you need extra coaching. All right, friends. Okay, love you so much. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Adrian.
Thank you.
Welcome. Take your products today, okay?
I've already taken half of them. We got half more to go.
All right.
Good. Put your products in your body. It's helpful. They're helpful. All right, my friends. Stay
This
passionate.
has been business boot camp,
Yeah, it
Adrian.
was.
Thank you.
Business
Thank
boot
you.
camp today.